Alright guys, we are back. It's been a while since I uploaded any videos. Real quick, this is race 3 from Midwest Fest in Gingerman. My main goal for the beginning of the race has been to make up as many positions as possible in the start. I know the car doesn't have the pace, the overall pace to really compete in the top 10, and as the race goes on, sometimes I end up settling in and getting passed by faster cars, but the goal is always in the beginning, first lap, to push hard, make up spots, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I think everybody else does the same thing, so it's pretty wild. Everybody's pushing hard, everybody's trying to make up spots, but everybody's giving plenty of room, and driving is very clean. Excuse me. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded any videos, and I've already gone to Road America and Mid-Ohio at this point, but I wanted to upload. Okay, look at that. So that was a pretty bad wreck that had a couple cars off track and basically caused a full course caution. So this race was really fast, or real quick. We only got a few laps, 1 lap in, 2 laps before it went to full course caution. So what I was saying was, I've already, this happened. When was this? This was June 3rd. So it's been a while, but I wanted to upload. I wanted to talk about the event and check that out. So he just went off on the track out, and I followed him, and his rear spindle broke as soon as he hit that big hole. I hit the same hole and I bent my wheel. It's the first time I ran these wheels, 18 by 9.5s. Actually, no, I ran them at Watkins Glen, but it was raining, so I only ran them in the practice session. But in any case, I bent one, and was pretty lucky because that S2000 broke the spindle and he was out, parked on the side. So because of him and because of the crash that we saw earlier, this race went under full course caution right there. I'm letting the guys know behind me. You can see the cars parked up in the grass over there, and that's it. I finished, started in 20th and finished in 14th, which was pretty good. This is race 4, the last race of the weekend. Started in 14th, made up some spots early, again pushing really hard, trying to work my way up. Look at that, those guys are bumping. I got kind of pushed out a little bit, and just kind of stuck on the inside with nowhere to go. I think that was Andrew Rains that just passed me. And it's just a battle for position, trying to find an open piece of racetrack where you can fit the car in and tuck in real close to the car in front. That's Lena Chin right there. Car got a little slippery, but we did not make contact, fortunately. So he's putting his nose in there. I think that's at U46 M3 with S54. I made a bunch of setups before race 3, the one we just watched, and race 4, a bunch of setup changes. you know, this event, the aero was new. The wing and the splitter were all added before this race weekend. So I was trying to figure out, you know, what the best setup for the car was. And before race 3, I believe I made some tire pressure changes, and I raised the rear end a bit to try to get a little bit more rake in the car and some more front end bite, which is what it felt like it was missing throughout some of the faster carousel sections. Took out some wing angle also. The back end of the car is always super planted. It's the front end that tends to be a little pushy. The track was super hot. Temperatures were in the 90s. Oh, can't get it in the gear. I don't know what happened there. I'm trying to stick with this pack of cars in front. Early shift there. This section was for being the first time at this track. This section was a bit difficult. Sorry about the background noise. I'm at the shop. The air compressor's going off. But yeah, that section, that part of the track, the car really wanted to push through there. And you need to really get the entry right in order to have the right track position or have the car in the right position part of the track to go through there. I struggled in that section the whole weekend. There you see I got passed by that Corvette. This race was really tough, just trying to maintain position and not lose too many spots. I had a bunch of faster cars behind me, and it was a tough race. I think I made started in 14th and I finished in 17th, so I lost 3 spots in this race. All the work I did in the beginning, I think I made up a few spots in the beginning. Just as the race went on, I kind of lost those positions. Again, here's that part of the track that I'm talking about. You really have to get the car in the right spot. You can see I'm struggling for grip, and I'm late on the throttle, and I lose a few car lengths. I make them back up in the braking zone. I think E9 has some contact here, or maybe it's the next lap. We'll see it in the next lap. So the brakes on this car are really good. I'm real happy with them. There's another position that I lost, and another car on the inside. That's 2000. So this car is built for SPEC E9X, and at the moment here, for this event, I was running stock sway bars. So it's got stock brakes, stock sway bars, the Olin suspension for the SPEC class, a big single mass steel flywheel, an OEM one. So it's not really optimized for for this series, but it's been fun, you know, racing and trying to keep up with these faster guys. If you pay attention to my oil pressure gauge, which is the one in the center of the dash, or the one on the right of the two round gauges, I had a loose connection that I didn't figure out until I knew it was a loose connection. I didn't know what it was or where it was. I fixed that recently at Mid-Ohio, but you'll see it flicker down to 0 and then back up randomly. Up there. Let's see what else. So for this race weekend, I went. I ran on the dyno to see what kind of horsepower the car makes. It made 239 horsepower, which, based on the rules, means I need to weigh 3,150 pounds. 3,150 needs to be my minimum weight at the end of the race, so that's pretty heavy. I'm on 275 Kumo V730s, which give me plenty of grip compared to the 255s that I was on at CMP. So I really like being on the 275s, but the additional weight is tough for the car. And the aero, the spring rates are pretty soft. So there we get a full course caution. I don't remember what happened, but I skipped to the restart. Here's the restart. We were under full course caution for probably 3 or 4 laps, and we get one more lap to finish the race. So this is the last lap. Back to what I was saying about horsepower and weight. So with to meet the 3,150 minimum weight, I had to add 90 pounds of ballast, plus the weight of my splitter, the rear wing, and all the non-spec parts. This car in spec trim weighs 2975, 2980 at the end of a race with a cool box and everything. So we are about 170 pounds heavier than spec trim. Trying to be patient here. So everybody knows this is the last lap, so things are getting a little spicy up in front. Take a look at this. So I get a decent run, but I don't want to make any moves because there's no room. And I thought I beat, I think it's Eric Meadows to the line, but he ended up beating me by 0.011 seconds. So again, I finished P17. Thanks for watching.